most important football conversation of the offseason. Ben Johnson, can he get Caleb Williams right? The Bears got their new head coach, the offensive savant in Ben Johnson. But the relationship with Caleb is, quote, going to be able to take things to the next level. That's what they're saying out in Chicagoland. Chase, you played for the Bears. You played quarterback. You understand that organization better than anybody on national television, I would suggest. So who's under more pressure right now? Is it Caleb Williams or Ben Johnson?
Man, I can make a case for both.
Yeah.
Truly, like, if you really dive into it, you can make a case for both. I'm going to make a case for Caleb Williams because he is the quarterback. He is the one who has the ball in his hands. Look, Ben Johnson, in my opinion, has been excellent calling plays for Detroit the past 3 years. Points per game, total yards per game, everything like that. Look at this. First, fifth, fifth. So it goes from fifth in 2022, fifth to 2023, first last year. He has the offense that he wants to run. And he even said yesterday at the Combine, he went out and he didn't just hire his friends. He hired people to make him better, to grow the umbrella of plays. There's no bad idea in his offense. So if you have that type of chemistry and you have that type of resume, you have to, as a quarterback, Caleb Williams, I'm talking to you, go in, fit in right away, understand how to run the offense. Look, we were talking about you like you were a generational player, and I still think that exists. We saw some generational type plays. I actually hate that word. I don't even know why I'm using it. You just have to go out there and you have to play football. It makes more pressure on you because, one, what do we see from Jaden Daniels last year? The dude, in my opinion, and Shady even said it, is going to be a top 5 quarterback in the league if he is not already, right, as a rookie. Drake May, okay, didn't play the first part of the year, but after that, he was ascending. I thought he played really well down the stretch with a poor offensive line. And then Bo Nix, taken to the Broncos to the playoffs with Sean Payton. So right now, you're the 4th-ranked rookie or second-year quarterback going in. I believe there is more pressure on you because the Chicago Bears franchise as a whole desperately needs hope, and you can bring them hope. Caleb and Ben, I think they're a match that is going to do really well in this league for a long time. I truly believe that.
I think the pressure's on the head coach. I think it's on the head coach. Like Chase said, it could go either way. Because if you are a boy genius, if you are a savant, if you are a mastermind, if you are the head man, you are supposed to be able to fix Caleb Williams. We think Caleb Williams can be a good quarterback. We know Ben Johnson is a great offensive mind.
Yes.
And to me, that's the difference.
I get you.
Like Caleb, he's still an unknown. We think he can be good. Ben, we know you're supposed to be good. I was in Philadelphia at Chip Kelly's first year. Chip Kelly was supposed to be an offensive savant, a mastermind, a generational mind of sorts. And he came in, year one, we had the number 2 offense in football. LaShawn McCoy broke the Eagles rushing record. We went to the playoffs instantaneously, won 10 games. I think we won the division. We hosted the New Orleans Saints for a playoff game, and instantly Chip proved to be, in the first year, what we all thought he could be.
In the first.
So what I'm suggesting with Ben Johnson is you got to go do that. If you're a savant, if you're a genius, if you're a mastermind, be all of those things. Caleb Williams, we don't know who he is. We don't know what he is. We know what we think he is.
Yeah.
But, Ben, we know everything about you. He has to prove it, Jay.
Yeah, this was tough because this can go either way because you do say hike and the ball in your hand.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You don't play receiver or running back and all that. The ball's in your hand, so go out there and make plays. It's always bring me back to what Shady said. Put you in any system, I'm going to get busy, right? So, like, players have to make the plays. But what I've learned from you, if you told me coaching matters.
It does.
Especially at the quarterback spot.
No doubt.
So you have turned Jared Goff into this Pro Bowl, NFC championship caliber player, offense going crazy. Like, he looked like a totally different player. People arguing if he should be in the top 5 right now. You got him playing at that level. His talent ain't nowhere near this, boys.
So true.
Right? And that's all we can go off right now is talent because has not put that consistently on the football field. But if you're this offensive guru and you're getting a better talent at the quarterback spot than you had, and you got that out of that talent, and you mean to tell me you ain't finna get nothing out of this talent?
Good point.
No, dog. We brought you over here and hired you to get this dude right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
That's the only reason we brought you over here. We didn't bring you over here for Keenan Allen, Swift, none of that, to get you in a nice building overlooking the water in Chicago. We didn't bring you here for none of that. We brought you in here to get the number 1 overall pick, who we think is a generational talent in Caleb Williams, right. And if you don't, I think all the pressure's on him, even though the ball is in Caleb
This is not even a
Williams'
close one. It's Caleb Williams. He's a Heisman winner.
Not close.
I mean, he's the number one pick in the draft. He's supposed to be a generational talent. Let me ask you a question. Ben Johnson's the new coach, correct?
Yes, sir.
If they get in there and it's about week 9, week 10, and they're not playing well, offense looks bad, right? Because his offense always looks good, okay?
Always.
So let's say this time he looks bad. And he goes to the podium and say, hey, man, Caleb, we're trying.
Oh my!
Right? Let's just say.
Imagine?
Then the next year they go somewhere else with another quarterback, right? We're not going to blame Ben Johnson. And another quarterback comes in and plays well. We're not going to think about that. What's going to happen is it's going to be the same thing with the Baker Mayfield, same thing with them guys. For real though, just that they don't have the hype.
Yeah.
It's got to be Caleb. Caleb is the only quarterback I've ever witnessed where his rookie year, they're like, yo, they're going to the playoffs. They're going to win the division. I'm like, well, whoa. He's a rookie still. I remember I kept arguing with y'all, like, he's a rookie. Give him some time. And y'all kept saying no because he's so talented. He's so hyped up. All the pressure's on Caleb Williams. You know, they give you all the linemen you need, right? They go out there and give you a good running back, Pro Bowl running back. They give you some Pro Bowl wide receivers. Now they go out there and get you one of the best offensive minds in football.
Offensive guru.
And you still don't get it done. And y'all telling me up here that the pressure is on the head coach instead of the quarterback? Because guess what?
I can see both.
Because guess what? The coach is going to be there for 3-4 years. He is that good of a coach. And we're going to let him work his magic, right? There's a lot of times you see franchise, or not even say franchise because Caleb's not a franchise player yet, right? We think he can be. A superstar player that we think is a superstar, and then we move on from him. That happens all the time. Yeah. But a coach that had this big market in the offseason, right? You get rid of him in the second year? You don't see that.
This is a huge year for Caleb.
But I do think Caleb can get it done. But the question was the pressure. Yeah. A lot of pressure was on Caleb more than Ben Johnson.
Well, from one rookie quarterback to the next batch of rookie quarterbacks. When we return, we need to know these names before anybody else. So, Chase, teach them to me, teach them to the world.
This is a way too early list because we haven't even seen them at the combine. This is based off their college tape and their potential to go to the NFL and have some success. Let's start with number 5, a guy you may not have heard about, even though he's 26 years old, Tyler Shark from Louisville.
Yeah.
Okay, he started at Oregon, backing up my guy, Justin Herbert, 26 years old, that's right.
Come on, man.
Backing up my guy, Justin Herbert, went to Texas Tech, and then last year, big, strong guy, can throw it anywhere. The biggest thing for him is injury concerns. How will staffs and GMs understand what he does at the next level? But if you just purely put on the tape, he balled out at the Senior Bowl. He has a lot of arm strength, a lot of talent. He's 6'5". Acho, 6'5" quarterback sometimes. That's like right at the top of a level. Like I've heard scouts and people say if you're over 6'5", they don't really like it because name a 6'6" quarterback that's worked out in the NFL. So I really like Tyler Shuck. He has the most to gain. We're going to get into that after. Okay, number 4. A guy that went to Ohio State.
This is interesting to me. This is very
Kyle
interesting
McCord. It was interesting to me, too. I took the little trip to Disney World. It was a 6-hour flight. You know what tape I watched? I didn't watch Shador. I didn't watch Cam. I didn't watch Jackson Dart. I watched Kyle McCord because Kyle McCord led the NCAA in passing yards last year. He reminds me a lot of Baker Mayfield coming out. The way he drops, the way he releases the ball, the quick release, extremely accurate, knows exactly where to go with the football, and at times can get a little bit loose. What that means in the pocket is, hey, you don't really feel it, right? You're not really seeing it. He doesn't see pressure really well. I think a mid-round level guy, he could actually come in and start down the road. He's got to sit for a couple years.
Now, let me pause you because I feel as though there is a large gap, a substantive, massive gap between number 5 and T-Show, between number 4 and Kyle McCord, and between number 3 and Jackson Dart. Like, I feel like there is a first round to fourth round caliber gap between those two.
That's so good. And I would say the first 2, heads above everyone else. I think Jackson Dart has a chance to move in that group. Then the gap between Jackson Dart and Kyle McCord, huge. And